Okie dokie, what's up, guys? We have a box to open here. This is not something that I purchased. This was sent to me by a friend who offered to let me check out the knife. This is a knife that I've never handled before, but I think it's fairly popular. I've definitely seen them around. Definitely been kind of curious about them. So let's check it out. I opened the box, but I have not checked out the knife yet. Duty. Feel free to play around with the knife for a few weeks. Hope you enjoy it. Right on. Thanks, Ian. Let's get in here. This is a Varga. VBR. What's it called? Yeah, VBR Varga. Varga Knives VBR. I'm glad that card was in there because I wasn't 100% sure what it was called. Alright, here we go. This is made by Riot, I think. Pretty sure. We got a nice blue, some kind of carbon blue thing there. Inlay. Titanium clip. Blue pivot collar to match the blue and the carbon fiber. That's nice. We got thumb studs on a flipper tab. Let's go ahead and do the flipper first. Alright. Compound ground. Nice hollow grind. Nice flat up there. Big old swedge. It's a pretty good looking blade. We got a nice choke up spot too. Really comfortable. Ooh, the handle's nice. It's contoured and it's like kind of chunky. Like it fills out your hand real nice. Choked back. Yeah, I get a full grip. If you had like extra large hands, this might be a little small for you. It wouldn't be choked up because choked up I got extra handle, but choked back it might be a little big for you. For me, it's perfect actually. Choked back. All right, let's see. Let's give it a couple flips here. Flipper tab's a little weak. Like, I'm trying to fail it, but it's pretty easy to fail it. But give it a little oomph and it flicks fine. Thumb studs feel better. Reverse flick. Whoopsie. Yep. Yeah, not bad. I probably wish the detent was a little snappier. Nice and smooth on the drop. Pretty well. It's actually a little bit over to the right, centering. Let's see, no blade play, so well. Let's see. Let's give it a little turn here. See if it's loose. Sometimes knives, when they go through the mail, they come with the pivots loosened. It must be from the jostling of the being in the mail truck or whatever. That's happened a few times to me. But yeah, no blade play, and we're a little off center there. Titanium clip looks pretty good. A little long maybe, but looks good. Geared backspacer with the lanyard post. Do we have yeah, okay, so it's an internal stop pin that's actually going through the tang. You can see it's stationary there. And the blade moves around it. It's always kind of cool. I always kind of like that. It keeps it out of the way of anything being inside here. Nothing hitting in the sharpening choil. No stop pin hitting in there. It's just all self-contained in there. That's kind of cool. Pretty thick blade stock. I mean, the swedge for sure helps. But if you look back here, it's pretty thick. Let's see. Yeah, 157 thousandths. That's pretty thick. Behind the edge, it should be really thin back here at the hollow grind, though. Let's see. Pretty 18 thousandths. But it's not going to widen after you sharpen it. So that's nice. 17 thousandths there, and then up where the flat grind is, it's much thicker. We got 24 thousandths. Yeah, 24 thousandths up there. So yeah, that's, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this thing will probably slice pretty good. It's not going to be the best slicer I've ever tried, that's for sure, but it should be fine. Definitely these deep swedges will help for sure. And there's not a whole lot of just full thickness flat here. Just that little strip. Very thick tip there. Check that out. Real beefy tip. But, you know, that's what these compound grinds are for. It's so that you have a slicey portion of the blade and then a really robust tip for piercing, prying, all that kind of stuff. I don't think I love just the design in general. It doesn't, you know, when these first came out, some people really liked them, and the design just never really spoke to me, and that's, you know, that's just my personal, preferences. After handling it, it's one of those knives that just isn't super satisfying to flip. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it can be the noise that it makes or doesn't make, usually is the case. It makes kind of a muted click when you snap it out. There's no like nice like ching or kathwack or any kind of like nice loud click. Nothing. It's kind of like a muted like boop. That can be very dissatisfying sometimes. And if you combine that with a not super crisp detent, it makes the knife not super fun to deploy or super satisfying to deploy. And I know that might come across as nitpicky, possibly, but especially in this day and age where there's so many different designs out there, we can afford to be pretty picky, I think. I feel like we can afford to be much pickier. You know, there's knives that are pretty similar to this that I have or have tried that, the action is super satisfying. A nice loud click or even a ting maybe, and much snappier detent. So when you feel something it's not quite living up to maybe some other things you've tried, it just doesn't, you're just going to pass on it. So that's my feeling, initially at least. Super good ergos. Really nice roomy choke up spot. The grinds are really pretty, for sure. It's definitely a pretty blade. Blade stock might be a little on the thick side. Action not super satisfying to flip out. A design that doesn't speak to me, but maybe it speaks to you. That's there's definitely differing opinions out there on things like this. So, and there's times that if a design really speaks to me, I can sometimes overlook some things that may not be quite as good as some other knives. That's just kind of how it is. If this design really speaks to you, then then you're probably gonna overlook, the action that's maybe not quite as satisfying as some other knives. So it just depends what you think, and I just gave you my thoughts, what I thought. So there we go. Big thanks to Ian for letting me check it out. I'll have to ask him, and I can't remember if he said I could cut test it or not. I'll have to ask him. Keep an eye out for it. It might come up, it might not, but yeah, there you go. Like the video before you leave. I'd appreciate it. See you next time.